was walking down a dark road.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And this one is underway. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Cook with a first down and much more. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dalvin Cook, 73 yards. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. There, maybe a yard up to the 24. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now it's 2nd and 9. To throw is Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
32. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. 53 for Mike. Check. 53. Easy. 59. Watch the pass.
Now Stafford slings this deep from McLaurin. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week one picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53, Mike. I got you. 53 to Mike.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Demir Bird there to make the grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the...
And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. The point after try for Gostkowski. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, damn.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Pull it together. 53 for Mike. 53 for Mike. Here we go, here we go. Mike, 53, Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. All right, boys, here we go.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Out left to Anderson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Touchdown, Falcons! Keelan Cole from 10 yards out. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
Partner, remember that old film with Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. There as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's get set. Ready?
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
96 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Gostkowski's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
He's checking credit. Hey, easy. That's me.
Here's Pollard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defenses. Get on the field.
Stafford. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. You got 3 down. Back. One twist.
11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 20. Now Burrow. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Here we go.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Stop. 11 MT.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
On one, ready? 12, 12, 12.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Watch 18. 18's the mark. Yeah, let's go sandwich. 11.
Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
40 got. Easy. 50.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Well, good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Pollard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, after the loss on 1st down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
Check, 59.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Check.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Here's Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st down, Stafford here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. You're not ready. You're not.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tony Pollard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
An extra point by Nagar is looking good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 22 yards. And an Eagles first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. The Eagles on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal.
Touchdown! And that's caught at the 2. David Njoku, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The return man, Wilson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
2nd and 10.
Run for Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more. The 40. The 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Pollard going to try the right side. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shoot, 32.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And shifts past him, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tony Pollard, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Here's Burrow. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
To throw, Burrow. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. He's got a man complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So on fourth down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Stafford now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as